tonight will be the night. His opponent in this opening match, Nathan Aspinall.
Yeah, the Asp is just signing a few autographs at the end of the walkway at a packed Utilita Arena in Cardiff, right smack bang in the city centre. You're not far from Cardiff Castle, you're not far from the Principality Stadium. It's a fantastic city, Cardiff. It's great for a night out. You don't need the darts necessarily to have a great night out in Cardiff, but when the darts arrives, as it so rarely does in South Wales, my word, how the patrons make the most of it. People on their chairs and on the tables dressed as Teletubbies as the camera swings around, waiting for Nathan Aspinall to get onto the stage.
Will Luke Littler know what Teletubbies are?
I would hope so. No, he's probably more Ninky Nonk and Tinky Ponk, isn't he, from Night Guard. I don't know what they were on when they came up with that television programme, but it was pretty strong stuff, I reckon.
Well, Aspinall, well, he wears red, doesn't he, naturally, so it might go down well in Cardiff, and this walk-on song goes down well at every one of the 17 Premier League arenas.
And he puts the PDC dancers through their faces as well, because this stays on for such a long time. Their routine's got to last a bit longer than it would for anybody else. Now Aspinall's one of those players who's just lurking underneath the top four, so he won't have liked seeing MVG getting that win, because that's guaranteed him moving on to 12 points at least. Aspinall's on 8, same as Rob Cross.
Yeah, really will be up for the fight here, Nathan Aspinall. Interesting, he's only beaten Luke Littler once before, but for those who believe in omens, it was actually week 7 of the Premier League last year.
Well, Littler is ready. There's a few boos around the arena. It's just the underdog factor from Aspinall. He's even lip-syncing with John McDonnell as he says, champion of the world. Fair play, mate. Fair play, you earned it. And he's earned quite a lot.
Yeah, he is living his dream, isn't he? Luke Littler, what a remarkable story that's still having enormous positive repercussions for the sport of darts worldwide. Everybody will cling to the wings of the Luke Littler effect and benefit from it, everyone involved in the game, and I think all the players are starting to understand that. There was a huge sort of uproar of the media attention he was getting and they weren't getting, but now they're starting to see the pound sign roll in. I think a few are quite more positive about Luke Littler being such a key poster boy of this sport. And
what I'm doing and what you're doing, I'm sure, because you cover the Moda Super Series down in Portsmouth, which for those that don't know is the chance for non-tour card holders to play in televised darts, competitive televised darts, which does have prize money at the end of it. There's no ranking points, but it's great experience for getting through the system. And a player like Connor Scott is a perfect example of somebody who's now got a tour card and is benefiting from what he's learned. But you're looking everywhere, at least I am, I'm sure you are too, for the next player to sort of, from this generation that Littler's in. Vessel Nyman's an obvious one, the tall Dutchman, Dom Taylor, the Tower, is looking a very promising talent. Ian Danter.
Yeah, all of those played well at the Super Series. Littler himself, of course, won it twice, the entire series as a 16-year-old, and went on that year, or the start of the next year, to reach a world final, which 12 months on he went on to win. So yeah, this is the Premier League. Look, that's the championship effectively.
Yes, but it's a great training ground, and it's a great place for other players who've lost their tour card to go back to and rediscover their chops. And there's one particular astonishing PDC talent who is dropping down to play at the Modus before too long, Chris.
Yeah, there is plenty of previous PDC talents that are playing, but Mervyn King's making his debut next week. Steve Beaton has been on a couple of times already this year. Mervyn King, of course, a former Premier League finalist.
Yes. And you've had John Henderson down there. Fallon's played down there.
All of those that you mentioned have played in the Premier League. Glenn Durrant, Chris Mason, he's played there. He's won a week.
There you go.
Can't forget that.
That was a highlight of the week. So we're underway. Race to 6 in this quarter-final. Littler has the honour and gets us underway with a 96 to get us underway. Aspinall drops his first dart. or his second dart rather, having hit a treble 20. Oh, he's in for a max. Not quite to get us going with a 180. But as you mentioned, Murph, the head-to-head records is firmly in the Nuke's favour here.
Yeah, 10-1 to Luke Littler, the last from Aspinall. A little over a year actually, hasn't beat him in the last 12 months now, Nathan Aspinall. Both from the same management stable, know each other well, a little bit like Luke Humphries and Michael van Gerwen from the previous game. A wild one from Littler there. He's going for the treble 18, found a single one.
Aspinall 2-6-1 to Littler's 2-2-4, so he's got a chance to get half a dart ahead here if he can pick up a ton plus score, which he won't do.
Yeah, the first dart going in the treble 5 made it hard for him.
Yeah. Littler 103.75 tournament average so far after 6 nights. It's just mind-boggling that he's kept up that level of consistency. Especially
when you consider this is not the old format. He's often playing 3 times a night.
He's got 5 of the top 10 match averages so far in this tournament. A lovely 171 from Aspinall to get down to 36. Littler wants treble 19 for Bull but can't hit it, but picks off a lovely treble 16 to leave himself handy on tops. But Aspinall wants 2 18s.
Well, this would be the perfect start. Double 18 to break in the very first leg of the match. One outside, taking his time, goes the other side, and can't find it. What a chance that's just gone begging there for Nathan Aspinall.
Break of throw was very much on there, but Littler in for tops and finds it in the bottom right hand corner of the bed, perilously close to double 1, but doesn't matter, it counts, it's in. It's 1-0 to Luke Littler in a race to 6.
Yeah, there was a huge delay before throwing the second dart, and those who've watched Aspinall over the last couple of years will know the injury problems, the dartitis, all sort of come into the picture for him, and he might just look at that as the only chance he gets to take charge of this match, because Littler isn't messing around now. Maximum
to start leg 2 from Littler's point of view, whereas Aspinall follows up a ton score with a 54. Littler with these darts with the exceedingly long points on them, even when they're embedded right in the board, there's still so much of the point showing along with the stem and the barrel.
And we did just see Nathan Aspinall fail to let go of the dart there and have to re-grip before finding a couple of treble 19s of his own.
But as we said before, I don't mind that. If he's not happy letting go of the dart, it's not afflicting him in the sense that he feels like he can't throw. He just feels he's not quite right in the zone, and it's happening less and less frequently than it was, say, at the Worlds. I would say he's tempered it a little bit over time. Nice 140 for Aspinall, but he's on to a finish to hold throw. Bit of a bag of nails from Littler for 1-2-2. So 73 here, Murph, to make it 1-1.
Yeah, treble 19 will be the first port of call. He finds it. Double 8s misses again. That's 4 missed starts at double already. Double 4. Make that 5, and that will not wash against Luke Littler. A little turn to the crowd there for Aspinall. I don't know if we heard one of those badly timed whistles.
It could be. It could be. Meanwhile, Littler's on 84. Make that 64. Bullseye. No, he's just to the south and east of the bullseye. So Aspinall back in for 2 4s, and I'm sure the security will be looking very, very carefully into the crowd. It was to the right, as Aspinall goes again for 2 4s. One outside. Again, a step back from the Oki to reset. Too far inside, down for double 2, but pins that, and a shake of the head ruefully from Nathan Aspinall, but he's on the board. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he needed that. It took him 8 attempts to hit a double in this game. Perfect first start for Littler. Another one in the same hole. Very surprised to not see him fill that up.
Aspinall, who reached the final in Dublin and in Brighton, which is why he's up to the 8 points that he's got. Littler beat him 6-3 in Brighton in that final. Just 1 ton plus average that he's managed so far, and that was against Bunty in Brighton for Nathan Aspinall. Averaged 106.4. He's got the lowest overall tournament average of all 8 players going into tonight's fixtures.
Does play his best stuff when he's fired up, Nathan Aspinall, so just wonder if maybe sometimes he's looking for a reason to get angry.
Well, he's got the game face on, there's no doubt about that, as we watch him pin 6 19s coming downstairs snatches the darts out the board with that feeling that he's on a bit of a mission. 1-5-1 for the Ass, and he's got a chance to break again here, Murph.
Well, he could well be 2-0 up in this game, couldn't he? He missed 3 darts to get ahead by winning the first leg. Dart goes in treble 1. He walks halfway down the hockey to check what he scored, and he won't like what he sees.
So he's got a reset from 148. Hits another single one. Good pick off of treble 19 to rescue the visit. But Littler wants 146 here. But that's affected by a treble 5 first dart.
Well, again for Aspinall, it's an opportunity there to break, and he's kind of wasted it so far. He has got a chance, 90 remaining. Treble 20 found, 2 darts at double 15. And he only needs 1. Aspinall does break, and the pressure is now on Luke Littler, who trails by 2 legs to 1.
Well, Luke reached the final in Nottingham last week, lost 6-3 to Gerwyn Price. Remember, Price, Littler and Humphries have all won 2 nights apiece in the Premier League 2025 so far. This is night 7. There are 17 individual nights overall. And then we're off to the O2 in London for finals night, live on the talkSPORT network. Littler pops in his first, and it's his second maximum, isn't it, of this evening's quarter-final.
Yeah, Aspinall yet to find one. That won't change here. Treble 5 with the first dart. Third meeting between the pair in the Premier League. Met on weeks 4 and 5. Littler on top on each occasion, averaging in 3 figures on each occasion. And he's found another 2 in the treble 20.
Thought we were up for a 9 then. I was looking, only in his matches so far, there's only been 3 match averages of Luke that have been below 100 in 14 ties.
Yeah, quite incredible.
Consistency is just off the hook.
Also, of course, beat Nathan in the World Championship quarter-final.
It was 5-2, wasn't it?
Yeah, in that one, again a 3-figure average. He's on 136 here, Aspinall on 268, so we'll have to be creative or just brilliant. If he hits a 180, it doesn't matter.
Exactly, yeah. Doesn't want to get broken back here, Asp.
Now does need to use the 18s here to leave a finish, and does.
170 left, but Littler wants 136. He's a third of the way there. Wanted another treble 20 for double 8, hits treble 5 instead, deflects left. 61 left, so he's looking down at the treble 7, picks it off perfectly, be back for tops.
Yeah, Aspinall got the break he needed, but now he needs a 170 to hold his throat, with Littler waiting on tops. And that is a mile away from Aspinall. It was closer to double top than it was to treble 20.
It was, wasn't it? He's left himself on double 18, but it could all be academic, and it is, because Littler breaks back with 1 dart at double top. So we're back on throw, 2 apiece in a race to 6 here on talkSPORT 2.
Yeah, I mentioned those previous weekly meetings. 6-2 to Littler in week 4, 6-3 in week 5. So Aspinall getting closer to him. Aspinall
is going to Göttingen for the European Darts Trophy at the weekend. Luke isn't. And Nathan will play the winner of Richie Edhouse and Kevin Duits, who's been in excellent form at the weekend. And there's all sorts of jostling for position as well. We talk about the match play, but there's also the World Cup of Darts. And you know, who gets to represent their country. We know it's going to be the 2 Lukes representing England.
Yeah, what a team that is. You sense they'll get the Lewis Taylor domination if they're a team for years to come.
You wonder, countries like Belgium, or with Dimitri and such poor form this year, Dimitri van den Berg, whether he might miss out on a World Cup berth.
Well, there's always a little bit of a battle to see who MVG's partner is going to be as well, isn't there, in the Netherlands right now? Looks like Danny Noppert. Right. Some resurgent players, but Jan van Veen's now 24th in the world, catching up. Jermaine Watermain is playing well as well.
Now Aspinall trying to play well to get back in front with a break. He's coming down from 2-3-5, only 85 score, but it does leave him on a finish. Littler wants 114 to go 3-2 up. 14 leaves tops, and he's well underneath, under pitches by a good 1.5 inches.
150 for Aspinall. He's going to use the 19s. 6 of them would have left double 18. Can't find the treble at all. And Littler will return for his favourite double. He can stand on his head and throw this in. And it is in. 3-2 to Littler.
Yeah, it's like put everything on red in the casino. You've got one dart, you give it to Luke Littler and say, hit double 10 for me. It's that sort of almost racing certainty. It's quite extraordinary. He's in for another max here at the start of leg 6, ends up with a 140.
Lost control, didn't he, briefly when Aspinall got the break to lead 2-1, but how quickly has he restored order in this game?
This is what happens with Littler. He you know, as every darts player does, he's human. He has moments where things go awry just for a bit, but my word, how quickly he gets his mojo back. Sometimes it's not in enough time to rescue a match, but he's never playing like a bag of nails throughout the whole of a match. He's hit another 140 there. Chance for him to go 4-2 up on the Aspinall throw. Aspinall on 2-4-4 less these. Just feels like he's clinging on a little bit here, Nathan.
Yeah, this would be a break for Littler. For that 2-leg buffer, 81, treble 19 will be... Oh, that's a strange one.
Yeah, he went 17s and then went 8s. Flummoxed everybody, you, me, the cameraman.
Yeah, well, 17s would have left him on 30, so unless he was teeing up 10 double 10 rather than double 50.
Well, we've seen him do that with 2 darts in hand at the World Championship, haven't we? Pins tops easily enough to go 4-2 up. Luke Littler.
Yeah, total control now. And also, how many times have we seen his first match be his poorest match on a Premier League night, and then suddenly he puts his foot down. And that's an example of his first match being his worst match, only scoring 11 to ironic cheers from the audience and met by an ironic kind of celebration from Littler himself.
Oh, I love that. He is just slowly but surely, after the whirlwind 18 to 24 months that he has had, just coming out of his shell a little bit.
It could be a 180.
Oh, that's how you follow up an 11.
But he just made 9,000 people think, well, he's just one of us for about 10 seconds and then prove that he's not.
Well, that first visit was Danter-esque, I have to say. The second one wasn't. Danter 310. But we're just seeing little shades of personality and fun coming out of Luke Littler, and that's nice to see. Well, I don't want to see somebody as young and as somebody who can be as affected as Luke sort of get swallowed up by the machine of sporting entertainment and bounce out for Aspinall. Well, he was looking for 3 treble 19s.
He could start a leg with 11 and then take out a 170 to complete the leg in 12 darts. He's not going to do it. Scores 100.
Well, he likes doing things in the unorthodox way, should I say, like 10 for double 10.
Yeah, I think he would have enjoyed that. He's
Didn't
smiling.
he go bull double 10 from 70 as well in the World Championships?
Yeah. We've seen him go bull 11 bull for a 111 before, but he's misfired there. 45 when he was looking for 30, but he does end up on his favourite double. Misses it by some margin.
What was I saying earlier about putting one dart in his hand?
Yeah, but that's because you put everything on red, Dan. It rolled in black, didn't it?
Yeah. 148 for Aspinall won't go, so Littler's on the cusp of a 5-2 lead here, wanting 2 5s. Attacks it too much and under pitches, wants 1 for double 2, Littler, and he's missed it, so Aspinall has a chance to break back here. 88's got to go.
So here's a chance that he didn't think he was going to get. His doubling hasn't been great in this game. He is going to get 2 darts at double 14, and he only needs 1. So he does break back. 4-3, he trails Luke Littler. But what's been interesting in this game for me is Aspinall's been missing doubles when he's had a few darts at them. The 2 times he's had a combination, 90 and 88, is taken out in 2 darts.
This game gets right in your head. Just when you think you've cracked it, it just comes along and throws another curveball at you.
Yeah, he's not taking his clear chances, he's taking his sort of bonus chances, his half chances if you like.
Littler straight back in the red bit at the start of leg 8, 180.
And the last dart he threw with some fury, didn't he? Really powered it in.
It's like Nico says when he's with us, and evening Nico, if you're watching us, I know Nico's out in Germany getting ready for the European Darts Trophy. Sometimes it feels like he's throwing through the board at another target behind the board. 9 darters on, Murph.
Well, he's been promising one. He's hit one recently on the tour. He wants to get his hands on a set of those golden darts. We've seen a couple last week. Can Luke Littler add his name to the roll of honour?
No, it's the simple answer to that with a single one. Ends up with a steady ton left. So he's still going to close out the leg with 100 left. Aspinall way back on 276. That's a good first dart. He's staying in the red bit, is Aspinall. Good second dart. Can he fill it up for a max? Well, 140 will do nicely. Just to put a tinge of pressure on the 100 that Little needs. He's going to go tops. He is from 80, and he's got it to go 5-3 up. Magnificent from Luke Littler.
Yep, dozen dart leg, 100 checkout. Back-to-back 180s to start it. No 9-darter, but this is sensational once again from Luke the Nuke.
Winner of this plays the winner of our next quarter-final. The local hero Gerwyn Price and Rob Cross will be doing battle on the stage at the Cardiff Utilita Arena next up, live here on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. So we're into leg 9. Littler's 5-3 up and needs just one more to win this quarter.
100 average for Luke Littler. Once again, he's at 5 180s. That seems to be par for the course in the Premier League. 5 or 6 per match. This could be number 6.
And it is. Down to a finish of 81 after 9 darts. Chance for an 11-darter to really ram home his superiorities. At least 10 points ahead in the average. Treble 17 hit for double 15. He tried this before, Murph, and he's got it for a 12-darter to see off Nathan Aspinall 6-3. And that felt almost perfunctory for Luke Littler. Through to another semi-final in the Premier League, and Nathan Aspinall just couldn't live with the world champion.
Yeah, great performance from Luke Littler once again. There were opportunities early in the match for Aspinall to put him under some real pressure. Didn't really manage to do that. A couple of key checkouts for him, but Littler just never seemed to feel like he was losing control in that match. 102.2 on average, 6 180s for Luke Littler in that game, and we all know he can get even better. He'll play the winner of Price against Cross. Ominous for whoever wins that one, but Luke Littler once again showing his class in the end. He's out-averaged Aspinall by almost 15 points.
Brilliant stuff from the Nuke. And so Nathan Aspinall will now head off to Germany to take part in the European Darts Trophy this weekend. As I mentioned, he will play either Richie Edas or Kevin Dukes in his second round encounter. Thanks for the time being, Chris Murphy. Murphy will be back with us shortly, but Chris Mason is going to rejoin me next for our final quarter-final. And what sort of welcome is the local hero going to get? Gerwyn Price up against Rob Cross. That's next here on Premier League Darts, live on the radio here on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Back shortly. Well, when it comes to the Darts Premier League, the last thing you want is an online mishap throwing you off your game. Amongst the fastest VPNs available on the market, NordVPN gives you a quick location change when you need it most. Go to nordvpn.com/dartsvpn and get yourself 2 years plus 4 months free and a birthday deal into the bargain. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Stay with us on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. We'll bring you Gerwyn Price against Rob Cross next up.